Them opted out on getting the tattoo saying no blood, no burn, no ash. However that went.
Oh, that's beautiful, and it hurts. It hurts. Just gotta turn
He was
this
gonna
off.
put the words on, but no, decided against it.
Yes.
That was an option at the parlor. That was suggested, but
Alright, well, at the moment, unfortunately for Misha, you're sitting in Matthias's office on a couch. Matthias is standing in front of you, and Alexander's sitting beside him. He doesn't look very happy, and I can only imagine why. Oh god.
so where are we right now?
You're sitting on the couch
Oh,
in
where
front
are
of
the-
Matthias. Yes.
So what'd you summon us for, eh?
Everyone. Okay, I thought it was just me. I was freaking out.
Everyone.
What'd you
It's not
summon
up to
us
me.
for, bud? It's been a while, eh?
Yes, but we haven't really had much leads to go on. Alexander, though, he's been up in Aria searching for clues or listening to rumors, and he found one.
What's that, boy? Lassie's stuck in a well? Jimmy's stuck in a well?
What'd you say?
I didn't say anything, bud.
Matthias reaches down, puts a hand on Alexander's head, like trying to calm him down.
So what is this clue?
The rumor states that there is an instrument on top of Mount Heimdall. It's just before the Vega Ridge. Supposedly, the instrument's presence causes crazy weather around the mountain. So we figured it could possibly be where. Let me restart because that was horrible. Mount Heimdall is a mountain just before the Vega Range. It is known for its crazy and quite random weather. We figure it could be a possible place where an instrument could be hiding.
Would you know what instrument or no?
Do we have anything of what it looks like, eh?
Unfortunately, I don't know how reliable it is, but supposedly it looks like a hammer. But I'm not sure how reliable that is.
I sure hope I'm worthy, bud.
Our closest post in Arga is just before the Vega Mountain Ridge, south of Columba. Yes, that's what it's called.
Is there lightning?
Possibly. Like I said, it's a mountain full of crazy weather. I believe anything's possible.
There we go.
So I guess, follow me, I'll take you to our communications room. So Matthias leads you out of his office, out of the assembly room, down the hall, past the cafeteria, just about past his Graham Graham's room. When
That would
Graham
be the
Graham
second floor.
sticks her head out, it says, "Psst, children, over here, come on."
What do you want, Pamela?
I prefer it if you call me Graham Graham. But you need tools before you can go. I thought I told you this. And Matthias backtracks and he's like, "Oh, right. I'll wait out here when you guys go get new weapons."
Weapons, eh? Oh, yeah, bud.
Why a weapon?
They're
In
not
case
all
we get
weapons. They'll
attacked,
just help
eh?
you on your journey. And Graham Graham walks into her. Graham Graham walks into her room and gestures for you guys to follow.
We get to try this thing out again, eh?
Yes.
Are you gonna get a teddy bear instead, or?
Watch another 8.
More candles?
Alright, so who's gonna go first?
Is it a D10 or a D8?
Aye.
It's a D10.
Oh.
Okay.
Who's
F's-
gonna go
F's
first?
gonna go up then.
Alright.
He's like, da-da-da, he twists the thing. It's an 8.
Okay.
He just gets another.
Oh, okay. I have no no stats for this thing. Gosh. Okay. You click. On the first turn, it actually clicks right away,
Oh.
and it stops as, I'd say, medium capsule falls out. You can fit it in your hands, like both hands.
That's big.
Yes, and
So it's
I'm
like-
assuming you remember how to open this thing.
She smashes it on the ground.
Okay, watch
And it like
out.
happens like an egg. Picks out whatever's inside.
Alright, in your hand is what appears to be a smooth, ruby-colored gem. It is outlined in gold that goes sort of wraps around it, then spreads out almost like wings. And it has a little sapphire right above or like connecting the two wings. Oh! Did I
This
make that
seems-
one?
Cooler, eh? What's it called, bud?
Graham picks up her book that she has on hand and says, "Oh, that's the Shield of Wind.
Shield of Wind, eh? That
Yes.
sounds pretty neat,
It will allow you to create a shield or wall of wind up to 15 feet, and it will last for a minute. Any creature within its way or within 5 feet will be blown back a little bit, or like another 5 feet.
So does that include like projectiles as well?
Yes.
What about magical effects? So like if
Maybe.
if somebody shot a fireball,
yes.
oof.
Yeah, that kind of, yeah.
Wow, that's strong. Like anti-fireball spell.
Who's gonna go next?
How big is it around me?
It's 15 feet.
Okay, no, but I mean like the safe zone in the center.
Oh, so long as you're holding it, you
Mhm.
can decide where the wind goes.
Okay.
So, yes. So, who's gonna go next?
Lily steps forward again.
Okay.
She likes going second.
Okay.
Yep. Roll a bit. 5.
All right. Ooh. Okay.
Once again, do I need attunement to this item?
No.
No?
You don't need any attunements.
Oh, what was the
to
thing
it.
called that I got
Okay.
last time?
The
Pocket watch.
error counter.
Super hot watch.
I'm just gonna call it the time stopper.
So you crank this machine a little bit. 1, 2, 3, click.
Quick about this.
And a small palm-sized capsule or a capsule that you can fit in your palm falls out. Graham picks it up and holds it up to you to take. Now I'm
Okay.
assuming you know how to open this.
Okay, can I roll for this? I
Go
want to
ahead.
make it so she like fakes dropping it, and I want to
You
know
can
how.
Whoa.
You can
But I
Just
want
fumbles
no.
it.
Okay.
But if she actually catches it again.
Alright, go ahead.
Oh God.
What's that, like
Aw,
a dex?
That's a 9.
Okay, so
He's done to the point.
you like pretend to drop it, giving Graham a heart attack. Then like you try and catch it. You just like barely snatch it up before it hits the ground. Like it was like so close to hitting the ground, and you end up stumbling a little bit when you try and catch it. You fall flat on your face.
One of these days, it's
Of
gonna
course.
be like a porcelain sculpture.
Alright, so
They're gonna be
And she opens it normally.
Graham flips to a page and she says, "That's the Dragon Band." I'm sounding like a goat. The Dragon Band allows its user to understand and communicate with most dragons.
So basically, you speak Draconic, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
You can use this 3 times before the magic depletes. Can translate Draconic, and is very shiny. It is a gold band with a glass eye on top that looks like a dragon's eye.
Oh yeah, that's how often can I use the Shield of Wind?
Oh, whenever.
Okay.
Yes. I might put a limitation on that.
That's really good.
I might put a limitation.
Oh.
Now it's a matter of if he forgets or not.
Starts to fail.
What about you, dearie?
3.
Okay. Ooh, okay. So you roll, or you turn the thing crank a little bit. It clicks after about 2, and out rolls out a small, long capsule. Gonna picks up, holds it to you with just like this pleading look. Like, please don't.
So Misha was debating on being a douche and totally like pretending to drop it and then most likely accidentally dropping it. But because it looks like a scroll, which could have useful information, he decides to actually pop it open normally.
Karen's just like,
What is it?
inside,
Lily looks disappointed.
is a pair of blue, or like a dark blue glasses, with like little wings, along, like beside the lenses. Oh, those are the wind reader glasses. They allow one to read at amazing speeds and take in all the information that is read.
Give me a moment for
I just described it wrong. It is dark brown frames with wooden wings beside the lenses. My bad. Did not see the description.
Sorry, I have to write this down before me to react.
That sounds pretty useful, but that's a good one. Good
So
one you
Misha's
got there, 8.
actually excited because I can flip through everything.
Got some, like, information-wise.
So it doesn't give me any additional information. I just retain whatever I read, and I read fast.
Yes.
Okay, that's good because Misha's a fast reader already. So now he's double that speed.
Not to be used for leisurely reading. Because then you read the book in a day and it's like, oh.
But I
I
need
do
to
that anyway.
theorize.
Alright,
Same.
get out! Alright, get out! Matthias is waiting for you!
Okay.
And Grandpa shoos you out back to Matthias, who's just kind of leaning against the wall waiting. And, yes?
Misha puts his glasses on his head. He's that person.
And he
Have
stands
us
up when he
check
sees
this
you
out.
guys.
Shield of wind.
We all just.
Yes, that's very nice!
He conceals it and is I assume it turns on again.
Alright, we're gonna have to limit it to 3 uses per day.
Yeah.
So,
One.
that was 1.
It's just
Matthias continues to lead you guys past Graham's room, past the stairwell that leads to the 2nd floor, and finally to the very first turnoff that you passed when you first entered the Three Sisters hideout.
3 sisters.
Yes, that's what the mountains are called. I am getting things together.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the 3 mountains.
Yes, this is inside a mountain, or one of them.
Do you know what
Okay.
else is normally in pairs of 3? Siths.
Actually, that's 2. It's 2.
Okay, so you walk down the hall.
Oh yeah, there's always 2. No, it's witches.
Guys,
It's always 3 witches.
Sorry.
you guys walk down the hallway, which curves a bit, and you arrive in front of a pair of wooden doors. Tyus opens the door and walks in. This is what we call the research area. When you enter this room,
Why haven't I seen this place, bud?
I don't know. I guess you just didn't come looking around here.
You guys never told me this place was here, eh?
I mean, it should have been pointed out on the maps you guys received 2.5 months ago.
Your tour guide was not very nice, though, eh?
I didn't think that you'd be interested.
Alright.
The tour guide was Alexander, so that makes sense why he didn't show up where the research center was.
When you enter this room, you immediately notice the ironclad doors directly in front of you. Beside this door, on both sides, is a few open crates with scrolls resting inside. You look around the room more and see crates, both open and closed, littered about, and 2 tables, somewhat empty. There's also a wooden door to your left and to your right. Matthias leads you through the left door.
What's over there, bud?
Stuff. Stuff that I don't have at the moment.
Okay, that's not suspicious. Eh?
Just an empty room because you don't have it yet.
So far, yes. On the far side of the wall, or on the far wall across from you, is a large map of Andromeda, and surrounding it is the various regions of the continent. On the maps, there are red dots that seem to be moving, and blue dots that are stationary. This is our location room. This is where we keep track of everyone over the continent. The red dots are our people, and the blue dots are our outposts.
Wait, so where are the outposts
Right.
located in?
This one.
The closest
Hef's looking.
Tracking room.
Hef's looking at where the outposts are.
Alright, well, let me just get the map.
So like all the spots located like okay. So
Yeah. So, the closest outpost where you could see is south of a town called Columba along the Vega mountain range.
So there we are. Okay.
Yeah.
So go to the tracking/map room.
Location room, actually.
Tracking.
It's called the location.
So who are all
but I
these?
guess we are tracking where everyone is.
So who's out there right now, bud?
A bunch of people. This little red dot right here, and he points to Sagita, the very human-populated region
In the west.
in the west. There's a little red dot close to the boundary between Sagita and Vulpecula. Just kind of like chilling in that area.
Who is it?
It's Ralph.
Ralph. Oh, okay.
Why didn't you know where Ralph was when he was in the Lost Woods?
We
That was
lost-
your fault.
We lost.
You are someone else.
He lost his bracelet or something.
We lost signal. I guess as soon as he entered the Lost Forest, something. I guess the magical item, the instrument, canceled out.
Magical interference, eh?
Yeah, that's it.
So
Dark woods.
This
Lost woods, eh?
UFO looking thing, is that where you assume the instrument is?
Ah,
Yeah.
yes. The secret notes.
It's supposed to be a mountain with like storm around it, but
Okay.
that failed. Yes, that's Mount Heimdall. Now, to teleport, all you have to do is touch the pearl and say, Outpost Druid. There are people there ready to get you on your way. Yes, Misha?
No, this is like a.
Okay.
Has Hef figured out how to dislocate the opal yet?
No. He's been so busy with,
I haven't had a lot of
learning
time. I've been
stuff,
looking
yeah.
at my own
Yeah.
whenever I have free time.
Yeah. Okay.
How's Gunman getting there, eh? He doesn't have one. Did you guys make one of them for him, eh?
We couldn't make a bracelet, but we were able to make a plate with the embedded.
Enchantment on it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So I assume that they already told him that and like gave it to him to do
Yes.
that and he put it on
Yes.
Gunman. Okay.
I always forget. Okay. So.
Misha,
Okay.
I told you guys how to teleport, so.
Misha suspiciously watches the red dots as they like move on the screen. He's just like, he does not want to become a red dot.
A red
Red
dot.
dots are lasers. We're going to be shot by a sniper guy.
You guys should be on your way. Someone's waiting for you at our outpost. He's got everything ready for you.
What's his name, eh?
Yeah.
We are not
meeting.
asking the name of a guy
Yeah.
ever again.
What's the race?
His name is Neil. What did I have for last name? I don't know. I can't.
What's his race? I don't like working with orcs, bud.
Oh, okay.
No, he doesn't say that.
No.
Neil is a tiefling.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Even worse, no.
Sorry, is. Alright.
The
So,
bad blood.
do you guys teleport?
Well, yeah, he's gonna go to Gunman and get teleporting to Outpost Druid.
We'll say Gunman's already there.
Okay.
Alright. So, your scenery changes in the blink of an eye. Instead of cavern walls, there's wooden logs stacked on one another on all sides of you. The smell of cedar is potent in the air. There's a window on the wall to your right, and a rather disheveled-looking tiefling with dark red skin and dark brown eyes, or dark brown horns that curl back, leaning against the wall to your left.
You must be Neil, bud.
Let me finish.
Okay.
From what you can see, the tiefling is a he, and he gives you a fanged grin. Messy, seemingly untamable raven hair rests on his head, and a 5 o'clock shadow wraps his lower face. A few scars litter his visible skin, including the one over his amber eyes, or one of his amber eyes, across his left hand, and one peeking out from behind his leather chest plate along his collarbone. The tiefling gets up and walks towards Hef first, holding out his hand. About time you showed up. I was beginning to think old Cedric was pulling another fast one on me. Name's Neil. Neil Larson. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, my name's Hefber Curie. Pleasure to meet you too, bud.
Hef goes over and holds a hand out to Misha to shake hands.
Okay, Misha is there to shake the hand, but I have a
Yeah.
question on character because I don't know if I misheard something, but I thought you said there was an eye peeking out of the top of his leather.
No, Scar.
Okay, I was like, there's an eye there.
Wait, what? And he goes over to Liliana and holds out his hand.
Hesitantly shakes it and goes, Liliana.
Neil smirks, gives a nod, and a little wink.
Izzy made this character. He's a flirt. Izzy made the character.
Actually, believe it or not, I did. All right.
Oh, and this is Gunman, eh? And Gunman does like as he like
When she's-
as he like winks at her. As he winks at her,
sees
just
the
like.
She like kind of dies inside. She's like, oh no, I
You
don't
don't
want to deal with
swoon.
this again.
You don't swoon. Oh, come on. This very handsome tiefling just winked at you.
Neil looks over at Gunman and just gives like a nod, like, cool. So, right this way. And Neil leads you through a door exiting the room you were in.
So yeah, can Gunman go through that room?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Gunman's just like following behind.
Yeah.
He's just
So
gonna
what's-
be a pain. He's never met an actual tiefling before, and he's like taking notes.
Okay. Neil leads you through this little cabin, is what you've gathered, till he gets to what appears to be like the front door kitchen area. There's a table with chairs, both made of cedar. Along the right wall is a bunch of it's a counter space, sink, cupboards, and a fridge, which you assume is all filled with food. To your left is a fireplace with a bearskin rug on the floor. It's all like really nice, homey feeling.
There's an animal on the floor. How's that homey?
Bear, what's it doing in here, bud?
Relax, it's dead. It's
Oh
just
yeah, it
the
is,
skin.
eh? He like pokes it.
My wood elf just.
Neil walks over to the table, which has a rolled up scroll and like a little notebook. He picks them up and walks over to Liliana and hands them to her.
Misha grabs it. He's like, information. Mine.
You gotta
Neil's
hold on. Should we have a strength test?
Hell
on
yes,
this?
let's do it.
So D20.
No, which D20?
8.
I believe you. Wait, it's strength, right?
Yes.
Oh,
That's a 7. Damn it.
Okay, so you guys have like a tug of war a little bit. But Liliana, you're still like a little bit dying on the inside. And Neil's the one who's like holding it, so Misha manages to take it away.
Half leg. Half blood.
half
blood. Half blood is weak.
Half blood is.
Neil like chuckles a little bit at your little banter. The big roll of parchment is a map of Aria. It'll show you where Heimdall Mountain is. The notebook is just so you can take notes or something.
So, there are any civilizations or towns nearby this place, eh?
Yep. Columbia is just north of here. Just follow along the ridge and you'll come across it.
Okay. Got any supplies for us, eh?
No, that's all on you.
Oh boy. Like an allowance, eh?
No, no.
I don't have very much money, but you guys actually haven't paid me.
Okay, we'll say that they have.
Okay.
And I'll have to work it out later.
If you didn't waste all your money on that fake unicorn hair, maybe you would have some.
I swear that was real unicorn hair, bud. That was a
What
real unicorn hair rope,
What
eh?
will it take to convince you?
Neil chuckles
Show
at
me
you
your-
guys' friendly
then show me-
banter.
The least intelligent one knows this.
I swear it was real unicorn hair, bud. He was really convincing that salesman, eh? I still believe him, bud. I really
totally
wouldn't
didn't
dig
roll a
it.
one.
I don't mean to interrupt your friendly banter, but you'll best be getting on your way. No dilly-dallying. Neil says, and he opens the front door. For you guys to, like, leave.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys leave.
Yep. We go that way.
Good luck.
See ya, eh?
Come back at any time. And with that, Neil closes the door, and that's the last you see him.
Okay.
As far as you guys are still just kind of standing in front of his house. And Gunman is also there too.
So what did he give you there, eh?
Yeah, Misha's gonna open
Oh,
it
I
up
see,
to
you're
see what it
getting-
is. Sorry, I was just eating.
Yeah.
I don't have a pencil though, and we didn't look at it last time, so.
It's cool. I
Thank
got
you.
you. I got you covered. Hey. Oh,
Here we go.
sorry.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, I'm sick, so my voices are either going to be really bad or surprisingly better.
Hey,
Hooray, yeah.
Origami. Used for origami.
anyways.
I opened up the parchment. What is on it?
Okay, it is a map of the region, Ariga, that you are in. And as you're scanning over this map, you see a little star next to a town called Columba that is a little, like, northwest from where your current position is, which is marked by a little circle. It is along the Vega Ridge.
And what about the book? Because I also stole the book. He handed Liliana
Right.
a book and a piece of parchment, and I just kind of took both.
Oh, you open the book and it's just kind of blank. Like there's nothing in it. You assume like it might be for notes of such.
Can I have the blank book?
Invisible link. Anyway, is it all just blank?
Yes.
Not even lined?
No, like there is like it's a like a
It's
notebook.
just
It's
a
notebook.
lined book?
Yeah.
I'm a roll.
5-star.
What perception would be to see if there's anything like if I can detect anything about it, correct?
Yes.
Phew. That is a 10.
It's just a book. It's just a simple book with lines and could be used for taking notes or maybe if you want to doodle in it.
Okay. Misha just kind of was like, useless. Here you go, Liliana.
Hey.
I'm gonna look at the book too, see if I can see it.
Alright.
Hey, you guys are a lot more intelligent than me. Hopefully you guys can roll better.
So what's that map say, eh?
Oh.
I'm assuming that piece of paper's a map. Like,
Yeah.
19,
Uh,
20.
oh, let's see if I can do my voice. I haven't done it for a week. Wait, do you want to answer Cass first?
Sure. So you got a 23? This book is like handmade with like some nice rich leather and the pages are just like beautiful. They're wonderful. Yeah, sure.
But anyways, that's what it was. It was like 2
This is like a really good notebook that has not been used yet.
wow. It's like we already have one.
You guys are just like, oh, invisible ink, gotta check for like traps and such. I'm just sitting here like, it's a normal fucking book. You're not guys.
Anything!
I know.
You met Misha?
You have to let us think that it's or got something special about it, though.
No, that's just your imagination.
But you don't tell us.
Okay. Misha's gonna answer. Did I have? If I can get into voice. This is a map of Endro.
Origa.
Ariga. Where the star is Columba. I assume the capital. The circle is where we are, and it seems like we are along the Vega Ridge.
So can I like tell where we are? Like, I can see the ridge presumably.
Oh yeah, so you guys are like right along the ridge. Like if you walk like maybe
And so-
a few miles to the east, like it's like a towering ridge.
So yeah, I presume I can assume where our position is and which direction we need to go to get to
Yes.
Colombo. Well, let's go then, eh?
Sure.
East.
Can we see like the mountain with the bad weather or no?
No, because since you guys are in a forest, like
Oh,
since
okay.
the Vega Ridge is so tall, you can like see it through the trees, like the little area you guys are in. But if you try to look in a direction where like you would presume the mountain is, just trees. All you see is trees because like they're pretty tall, fresh trees.
Okay.
All right.
Is there like a path as well? Like a trail?
Yeah, there's a path. I mean, yeah, we'll say there's like a little path in front of Neil's house.
Okay, yeah. Well, let's go then. And he like climbs up on top of him and tally ho, bud. Jeez.
So you just kind of like get on his shoulder.
Yeah.
All right, beautiful. Okay, so you
He
guys
doesn't even like pick me. I just climb onto him. Yeah.
picks you up bridal style and just starts walking. So you guys take off down this rough little path. It leads you to a main road, which is just like dirt, a little bit of gravel. You're still in the forest. You can still see the Vega Ridge. It takes you roughly 2.5 days to get to Colomba. When you arrive, Colomba is a little town within like trees. Like there's trees and bushes like within the town. So there'd be like a big tree beside a house, or like some bushes in front of a house. I guess I don't know, something like that. You see humans, elves, some half-orcs, and gnomes. It is about, we'll say, late afternoon, early evening, around that time. And because you have the ridge, the sun has fallen behind the ridge, casting kind of like a shadow over this area. So even though it's like 5 o'clock, it's like dark where you guys are.
Uh-oh.
Is it stormy as well? Like there's
No,
no.
no,
Can I see where I'm going?
yes,
Oh, okay.
There's headlights on gunman. No, there's not headlights on gunman.
no, not yet. Laser eyes.
Blinkers, tick, 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 turning right, backing up, beep, beep. Yeah.
So it's like dusk then.
Yes.
Yeah. Are the streets full, packed full?
No. There's like, I would say quite a few people, but it's not like jam-packed or anything. It's a relatively small village.
Oh, it's a village. Okay.
Village, town.
City.
Can I roll for perception just because I need to know if I can see anything?
Yeah, go ahead. That's a 15.
19.
19. Okay, so, well, this would be a good place. Okay, so, as you're kind of like walking in, you're looking around, sort of observing everything. Everyone seems relatively peaceful. You pass by like a tavern and a hotel, it would be a hotel. An inn, there we go. That's the proper word for it. And there's not really much to see. Like it's kind of like a nice, peaceful town. But you do hear, I guess, someone shouting. Not as in like, someone's trying to kill me, help! But more as in, like, preaching.
Praise Talos!
Another cult.
Not another cult.
That's 3 in 1 arc.
Oh, I think we got.
Wait, 3?
2.
No, because Misha counts your group. He counts
The
it as a
story's
cult.
end is
The
another
story's end,
cult.
It's another cult.
That's a cult. What you just heard shouting. What's the other one?
The bad guys that
guys that we
Oh,
yeah.
you know, that's a cult.
That's an actual cult.
Sure.
An actual cult and 2 questionable cults.
Question mark. Alright. So, you guys, you're just walking in. I just told you that, so. Help me.
Can I tell what they're saying, or is it just yelling?
No, you can tell what you're saying. You can faintly hear, whoever's shouting, trying to catch people's attention, saying stuff like, "Come closer, Della Singer will help you find your new beginning." You can hear that kind of stuff.
Misha recognizes that name. So, he's gonna stay, can I see the guy where he is, or no? I can just
No, you can just, sort of hear him as you're, walking through.
Okay, Misha is gonna start walking towards the voice, but as soon as he is able to see the guy, that's kind of where he stops.
Yeah.
Where you going, eh?
Didn't you hear the man yelling out, is the evil god's name?
Oh, sorry, but I'm kind of tired. He's sitting on Gunman, tired.
You're tired.
Yeah.
You
Well,
gotta
Gunman's
ride
been carrying your stuff for you, eh?
Vel
Gunman's the most tired out of all of us, bud.
elves only need 4 hours of meditation a day, so I am not feeling that tired.
Well, I think I'm gonna go secure us some lodgings, eh?
Okay.
Misha, Mr. Captain Passive.
So, yeah, Hef's gonna, does he...
You're just gonna,
I saw a nice inn over there, eh, while we were coming in. I'm gonna go that way, eh?
Alright, see you later.
We will catch up with you later.
okay, so Liliana, you're sticking with Misha? Alright, so, I'll stick with you two for a bit. You watch as Hef walks off, and you continue on your way to try to find whoever's, talking and preaching and such.
I'm gonna try and be sneaky.
Okay.
Stick to the shadow, side the buildings and try and look at them
Alright, give
without
me a
being
stealth
spotted.
check.
Okay, sorry, but when that comes to my mind, I imagine Misha walking normally down a road, this is the most inconspicuous way to go about things, and Liliana tiptoeing and running back and forth. Misha's just what the hell are you doing?
And that's only if I do roll poorly, okay?
Yeah.
I rolled
What'd you get? 5? You're 5
well,
plus?
Oh, that's
dex, and it's stealth. I believe no, I don't. That's a 7.
Okay, so... yeah, so Misha, he's just kind of, walking and, looking at this, third-person point of view, looking, directly in front of Misha. We see Misha walking down, a road, and Liliana, ducking in and out of alleys, and, trying to hide in the shadows. We see her do, a somersault, kind of fails. She, scurries into the shadows, and all the while, she's kind of, getting, weird looks from people who, actually, turn to pay attention, or just,
Lily doesn't
see
notice.
you. No.
Misha pretends not to notice.
You two eventually make your way to what you assume is the town center, which is where you see sort of a stage and someone in a magenta cloak standing on top. So,
Wait, so, so Misha doesn't want the guy in the cloak to see him, but he wants to be able to see the guy. So do I have to roll for that, or can Misha just stop where he is?
Presumably there's a big crowd, right?
Yeah.
there's some people who are standing there, but there's also people walking back and forth and such.
Should I just roll for stealth to see how bad I am?
Sure.
Does he notice
Underneath
me?
your foot.
Well,
Thank
you know what? I should actually make a perception check too.
So do another stealth check? Or to keep by 7?
Do another stealth check, so I don't think you'd want a 7.
6.
17!
As the person in the magenta cloak, which you can tell is a elf, because they have the hood down and they have the little pointy ears. He is making movements to try and bring people in, he scans over like the area to try to like drag more people in. He spots Misha and like makes moves like, "Come, let Della Singer help you." But he doesn't notice Liliana, who like for somehow like she like ninja rolls into the shadows, like presses up against a building, and just like she can see him but he can't see her.
Okay, so Misha moves forward because that's the least like weird movement, I think. Like if Misha would just be like, "No, back away from me," right? That'd be weird.
Yeah.
So Misha kind of walks forward. He's not getting too close to the guy.
Yeah.
Like he's wary of him.
Yeah.
But at the same
You're
time,
joining the crowd but like staying at the back. You know, you could have also just walked away. So there's a lot of people who he was like doing that.
Misha's also interested. So
Yeah. When you get close, you see the elf, he like kind of smiles, like saying like he had drawn you in, like
well, we're
yes.
both elves, so I assume we can kind of connect on that sense.
Yes.
Do we know what kind of elf? Like wood elf, drow.
Wood
Just
elf,
elf?
high elf, drow. Probably not a drow.
No,
Probably
we'll
not.
say it's a high elf. He's a high elf.
So what does that do to Misha being just a plain wood elf? Like
Nothing, really.
Okay.
Nothing.
He has no power over me.
Yes.
High elf is just more like magic. They're good at magic.
Okay.
So the high elf, he like sends Misha a smile, and he starts to speak again. Hef.
Yeah,
And
but
we cut it off there.
Cut up there. We'll continue later.
he goes to like the first, like one of the nicer looking inns that he saw when they were walking into town.
Let's go to the most expensive one in the entire town.
Yes.
Well, not like the most expensive one, but one that's like it was not like the worst.
Yeah. So you backtrack a little bit, and you come across the Honeyflower Inn. It's a two-story building, from what you can see. It's made out of wood, kind of logging-ish, like that. It has like a nice little welcoming, homey type of feeling.
Is there a parking spot for gunmen?
No.
Are there like
but there
places
is
where
an
people
alley
put?
next to the inn, so.
Okay, yeah, gunmen's just being like, gunman, can you go stay in there? Don't let anyone take our stuff, eh? Just and just stands in standby mode in the alleyway.
Okay, and as people are like walking by, they watch gunmen do this and kind of like look around like, what the fuck?
What the heck is that?
Oh my gosh, because they've never seen anything like that before. So you go into the Honeyflower Inn. When you walk in, the scent of, well, like something sweet, honey, meets your senses. You look around in the sort of lobby area. It's rather small. There is a table to your left, a table to your right. There's actually some people, or some gnomes, and a few elves and half-orc, like sitting around at a table, like playing a game of cards. In front of you is a desk with a gnome sitting behind it. Behind there's also like little key cubbies. That's so good. Little key cubbies, and I don't know, it looks nice.
Okay. He goes up to like the guy at the desk and like, how's it going, eh?
Hello. Might I interest you in a room?
Oh yeah. I would like actually 3 rooms, eh?
3 rooms.
3 rooms, bud.
Alrighty. What's your name be? So I can just put it down.
Oh, my name's Hefbrakir, eh? Get it right, bud. What's your name, eh?
My name's Jost.
Jost. Nice to meet you, Jost. Are you the owner of this inn, or are you just like a guy that works here, eh?
I'm just a guy that works here.
Okay. Have you heard anything like has the mountain range been acting up lately? Like
What?
is
Mountain range?
yeah.
Oh, you mean the bigger mountain?
Yeah.
No,
No?
it's just regular. I mean, like, if you're looking for irregular, you might want to go check out Mount Heimdall. Some crazy stuff happening over there.
What's been going on over there, eh?
Just the crazy weather. Like,
What kind of weather, eh?
and all the while, like, Joseph is like getting keys ready and like doing a little mathematics to like make sure he has all the like proper amount added up. Oh, you know, one minute it'll be like snowing and the next minute it'll be like you're in a hurricane. Like the weather's just crazy around there. I have no idea why people go and like visit the mountain.
Who would be visiting the mountain, eh? With such weird weather like that, bud.
People are curious, I guess.
Do you know anyone, eh?
No,
No?
no, just random travelers were coming in and out and talk about going to visit that crazy mountain.
Is Misha's conscience allowed to like invade Hef currently or no?
You're not there!
You know, I think I did see like a few of those fucking magenta robe wannabes walking towards the mountain.
Okay.
Magenta robe wannabes, so there's actual cult
Trying to be cult. So the actual cult is the one we're working with, and trying to be one is the magenta.
Wow!
And that's why there's magenta
What?
and crimson. There we go.
Oh, crimson, that's what I called it? Okay.
It was vermilion.
Oh,
I remember it was vermilion.
I just want to call it red robes. I don't want to call it red robes.
It was vermilion. I remember it being vermilion.
Vermilion, crimson.
Vermilion, yeah, that's what it was.
Was it magenta? Okay.
There's different
I
battalions.
thought it was a
There's
different
the
cult.
magenta one.
The wannabes, and then there's the...
Alright, well, it's vermilion. They're all vermilion.
Okay. Redcon is vermilion.
It's all vermilion.
Any magenta, purpley, red color, vermilion.
That'll be 10 gold coins.
10 gold coins, eh? I got 10 gold coins, eh? He drops 10, he like picks 10 gold coins out of his thing. Says, oh, thank you, eh?
No, just kind of like gawks a little bit. Like he sees like you pick out like this 10
Wait a
gold
second,
coins.
10 gold coins, eh? That's expensive, bud. This is no unicorn hair rope, eh?
Tis fake! Joseph quickly like snatches the coins, pockets them, hands the keys, then like kind of like goes towards a door behind him. Like it's like a rather small door. And he waves to you and says, "Have a good night," and goes, like ducks in.
I'll take the keys then, eh?
Is this
Yeah,
guy
he left the keys
Goblet?
there.
A lot of keys then, eh, bud?
You'll be like, you never know.
Okay, then he grabs the keys.
Yep. There is a staircase to your left.
Yeah. Well, he's not gonna go up there yet. Like, he's gonna go back in, like, waiting gunmen and, like, go back to meet up with them.
Okay.
Beat them up. Please don't.
Meet up with them, yeah. Well, yeah, he's also gotta beat up the guy who stole 10 gold from him, essentially. That's not very good with money.
Gee, what gave you that idea?
Alright. Misha, you were talking to High Elf, who was standing upon a stage of sort in the town square. And he noticed you. Liliana, on the other hand, he did not notice.
After her very bad ninja sneaking.
Yes,
She rolled well.
somehow, yeah.
Sneaking.
What's this one?
Sneaking.
This is where I get to screw you over like I've told you all weekend.
Yes, that's why I'm worried.
So, has the High Elf said anything to me yet?
No, what happened was, as the High Elf was preaching, he saw you and, like, gestured for you to, like, come closer to, like, listen. And so you stepped forward from your spot, and you're now listening to what he has to say.
Okay, so what is I know he's preaching, just, what is he preaching about? Like,
Let me tell you, in character voice.
okay.
Singer is the god of beginnings, though he has another, much older name. Singer, the god of calamity. Singer stood and still stands for a new world, a utopia for his precious followers. To create this utopia, Singer had to cleanse the world first. He was responsible for earthquakes, volcano eruptions, hurricanes, and tsunamis all across the land. He was not only a symbol of calamity, but calamity itself. Singer's followers, we, the children of D, are idealists.
We wish for a better world, a new world where we can start over. No poverty, no hunger, no racism. A second chance to make things the way they were supposed to be. And the high elf looks at Misha directly in the eyes. Join us. Join the children of D and help us release our God from his prison so he may cleanse this world.
If that was my other character, I could have done so much there. Okay, Misha's out now. We're not 1304, we are Misha. Okay. So Misha's kind of mid to close to the stage. Like he's not.
The way I imagine it is Misha was at the back of the crowd.
Okay, yeah, but when he got spotted, what I remember is he stepped forward because he was like, I'm done. Like, it'd be worse for him to hang back and be like, wait, what? You saw me?
Yeah.
So, Misha stepped forward. So I envision him mid to, like, front of the group where this guy's on a stage of sorts. He's higher up than everyone else. Being elves, we've both kind of connected over there.
Yes.
And so Misha fully approaches the guy now, assuming that he's done preaching to the entire crowd, seeing as they held eye contact.
Alright.
I guess Misha will make the first approach. Hello, I was listening to your preaching. It interests me. Would you tell me more?
Of course. What would you like to know?
Well, I've heard about this,
And before you can finish that sentence, another elf walks up, but she doesn't seem too happy. If anything, she seems enraged.
We're all elves here!
Yes, I know, right? The woman elf, like, kind of storms up and slaps the other high elf.
I thought it was gonna be Misha. I was like, honey.
Bitch? No.
Oh, you passed it. You had to pass it. Just got provoked.
You say your god is all this and that, but what about all the blood that was shed in the past?
And what about you? You do not have your own god that causes destruction?
Are you saying that to the high elf who just got slapped, or the woman elf who just walked
No,
up?
the woman elf that just slapped him.
Oh god. Okay, well, she turns to you. Quiet, mister. I am not religious in the least, so don't drag me into your crazy whatever.
Well, I'm not religious either. I do not follow any god. I'm merely interested in it. Knowledge is power, you know. And you seem to be very uneducated.
The woman ignores what you say and looks back at the male elf. Surprisingly, like, this elf is, like, really calm. If anything, it seemed, like, normal. But in a calm, collected type of voice, he says, that was necessary for the new world to be born again. A sacrifice to calamity for the world he promised needed be forged in blood and fire.
Okay, Misha
And I
picks
was
up
like-
at Blood and Fire.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if he meant to do this or not, but his hometown that wasn't supposed to burn, burned. His parents died.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of perks up. He's listening more intently now.
Yeah. And like, she just seems like still like really like mad. That's no reason to shed innocent blood. You and all your cultists make me sick. Or that she turns around and storms off.
Okay. So Misha's definitely intrigued. Just because of his specific word choice. Just fire and blood, right? Because both of his parents died.
Yeah.
Town burned. Okay. So he kind of steps closer.
The elf is like still kind of on the stage. And so like the female elf like walked up to him, like onto the little stage, slapped him, did whatever, and walked off.
Misha's not on the stage, but he's like by the end of it.
Yeah. And like their crowd is still
They're still
like
grooving.
there.
Are
Because
they
this has
like
caught their
paying-
attention.
Are they paying 100% attention, like especially after the lady just walked up? And
Oh,
stuff?
most definitely.
Okay. Misha's got all eyes on him then. Socially awkward now. No. Okay.
Has Hef found this place yet?
We'll say no for the matter, or for the time being.
Well, I'm interested in your god, Devil Singer. My hometown was burnt down, but it shouldn't have. There was a magical barrier that was protecting it. If you would be willing to help me, I would love to join you. I have also heard some rumors about this mountain having an object, and I think it was an instrument, as they worded it. Would you be interested in taking me to see it?
I'm in a joining cult.
Wait,
Okay.
is Lily close enough to hear this?
Are you?
Well, she'd most likely be like in the shadows of a building, being all ninja-y.
Okay, but that'd be kind of like further away.
Perception
So
check.
yeah, let's do a perception check.
I told you I was going to screw you over, and then I had planned to screw you over.
See, I had this go like one way, and what you did just made everything veer to the right. I just like,
Never
went
planned
right.
too far ahead.
Well, no, because Izzy and we were all talking, and I told Izzy what I was going to do. And Chasey, I was like, oh, I'm going to screw you over. And she's like, are you going to do this? I was like, oh, no, thanks for the idea.
Yeah, so that was fun.
I think I wrote it down. What was I going to... I wrote it down. What was I going to do?
I was honestly just thinking of ways we could get up to that mountain. I'm like, we could join them and then backstab them.
That's a 12.
Alright, so from where you are, you can't exactly hear what their conversation is, but you do definitely hear Della Singer join.
Couldn't she tell whose mouth, like, which words came from?
Yes, because the way I could see it, like, it's
Kind of
like
behind
as a
them.
side profile.
Yeah.
Alright. The high elf, like, perks a bit at hearing, like, instruments and joining. Yes, of course you can join us. The more is, I guess, the merrier.
Like I mentioned earlier, there are two things that must happen before I will fully commit. I want to know more about these instruments, or instruments if there is, and I need to know more about my hometown.
Of course, of course. You mentioned about an instrument possibly being on Mount Heindel. Am I correct?
Merely rumors that I've heard from the locals.
Indeed, it has been a place of interest for us. And we were considering looking into it, but... And the elf, he kind of like pauses and like catches himself for a second. How do you know about the instruments? And this is where a flashback comes. After late that night, like at the time when you guys first arrived, you remember having a conversation with Matthias, whether it was one-on-one or as a group, depends on you guys. But he distinctively said this organization needs to be kept a secret. If the summoner finds out, things will not go very well.
Okay, Misha's not stupid. Trust me, I know what you're doing. Misha's not stupid.
Now we're back to the present.
I know what you're doing. Misha's not that stupid. I wasn't going to screw you over that much.
We're not going to ruin your plot,
Yeah.
please.
Well, I mean,
It's me. And Captain Passive. Okay, well, as I told you before, my hometown was burnt down, but there was these magical trees that have been keeping alive for thousands of years. There was no way that it should have burned. When I started my search, I picked up on a child's book, The Tale of the Two Brothers.
and then Hyle perks again at that, just to hear your story.
You have no regrets.
And when I talked to some sages and some locals and, all around, they brought back this idea of instruments. I was wondering if possibly it was connected to my hometown. When I arrived here, I heard the word again, and about the terrible weather on Mount Hindle. I wondered if it was an instrument. But I see that your reactions have almost confirmed it.
I mean, we've definitely had our suspicions. But every time we try to send someone up, no one ever comes back down.
if I was to get a guide, at least most of the way up the mountain, I would go myself.
Captain Passive isn't so passive anymore.
Captain Go-Getter.
Captain Passive wants information.
He's been upgraded.
Hey, I know how to get
He's
Captain
now
Passive in
Corporal
action
Passive.
now.
Yeah.
Admiral
I will tell you what
Passive.
happens when you stab it with him.
And now we switch to Hef. You said you were wandering around, correct?
Yeah, he's looking for them.
Alright,
Told him that he got a house, or not a house, but like he
Bought
may
a
as well
house.
bought the place. He's got rooms for everyone.
alright.
Hef has no concept of currency, apparently.
No,
Alright,
or when something's fake or not.
fake or real. So,
He's a very sheltered child.
I've noticed.
Hef, I'm gonna need you to, thank you, roll me your perception check, please.
That's a 21.
Okay. So, I would say for the past few minutes, you have felt like you were being watched or followed. But every time when you look around, no
I think he
one's
wouldn't really be
there.
like looking around. He'd be like, he'd just be continuing on, just like, yep, that's weird.
I'm sorry, a side comment. That is the exact hat I picture on Hef. Like the stereotypical Canadian hat.
Yeah. That's probably the other thing in his chest, in his box, was one of these hats.
Alright, well, okay. So instead of like, looking
But
around
like,
and,
if he knew he was being watched, he'd be walking into an alleyway.
alright. So we'll say you walk into an alleyway.
And then he's gonna like hide behind something. Do
Okay.
a stealth check.
Yeah.
He wants to hide behind like what's in the alleyway, like a crate.
There'd be boxes, crates, maybe trash cans, I think.
His stealth is okay. That's a 8. 8 stealth. But yeah, he hid behind the box.
So we'll say Hef quickly ducks into an alleyway and hides behind a box. Now this is a dead end alleyway.
Yeah.
Or actually, no. The back is just leads to a forest. That's it.
Okay.
You kind of like peek around the box rather stealthily, and you see a figure who wasn't there seconds ago leaning on one of the walls. It's a cloaked figure.
What color's the cloak?
It's dark, dark gray.
Dark gray.
Vermilion or red?
Dark gray.
Dark
I
gray.
heard red.
No.
What are you even following me for, eh?
I have things planned, and you guys don't let me do them. You know, I'm just gonna cut that part out so I can do this.
Retcons.
Yes.
I can take it. Yeah, okay. Retcon.
Hef thought that's what he said, but he actually kept his mouth shut.
That's what he wanted to say, but this guy said it faster.
Thank you. That's quite the contraption you got there. The thing that you made.
Yeah, I made it myself, eh?
How do I proceed from here? Because this is not what I had thought would happen. The cloak figure chuckles a little bit. Do you even know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, my robot, eh?
The figure seems to almost sigh, but not. I heard you were talking about Mount Heimdall.
Yeah?
Just what exactly is up there that you'd risk your life for?
To be honest, I don't know, eh?
I expected to have to be an idiot, but this is just...
I don't really know what's up there, bud. Not truthfully, eh? Like,
The figure steps, I guess, off the wall and turns towards you. They pull down their hood, and you can see that it is a human man. A smirk is adorned his face.
I can get there I can get you there if you want.
what do you want to take me there, eh?
I've just been through that before.
What price, eh? What price, bud? I got a pretty good price range. I could pay you handsomely, eh?
Half?
I bet you could. But I'm not really looking for anything material at the moment. We can just say that you owe me a favor. Not good enough for you?
What kind of favor, eh?
And the situation arises.
Okay, but nothing weird, eh?
Easy there, cowboy.
Nothing weird, bud. Okay. I got a couple of friends. I'm gonna need you to meet them first. Before I say anything about this. See what they think of you, eh?
Oh, and how do we want to go about this then?
I guess, you go back to my inn, eh? And then I'll take my friends there, eh? I'll meet my friends up. Meet up with my friends and take them back with me, eh?
Alright. Honey Rose Inn, right? Room 2-3, right?
Yeah, bud.
Alright, I'll see you there.
And the figure puts his cloak up and walks into the forest.
That was a mix between Scottish and Florey, and I don't know what.
I know, I was trying to find a good voice for him, but you're just kind of like, nah. It was not working.
Alright, so
Liliana
then...
now?
Sure. I think I have much planned for... I didn't have anything planned for Liliana. It was mostly just for those two. So I'm here with
Sitting here
Misha,
for 45 minutes.
yeah. Alright, so Liliana, you see Misha and this high elf talking to each other. You hear the words Delasinger and join.
Okay, I want to try and sneak closer.
Stealth check, please.
That's a... Okay, let me look at this. That's a 4.
Alright, so you said you were part of the build, like behind, like in the shadows of the building, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so what happens is, well, how do you feel about hearing Delasinger and join?
I'm like, join? Hey, we already joined a cult. Exactly.
You can't join two cults.
Yeah, and they're opposite cults. You can't do that. That's like, what? So she's like trying to sneak closer. She's going, sneaking.
Alright, well,
Sneaking.
here's what happens.
That way.
In your confusion, and you try to get closer, you accidentally step on a cat that releases like a loud, startled, and pained
Sneaking.
that catches the attention of quite a few people, including the high elf and Misha.
Sneaking. Sneaking.
And this entire time, you're just like sneaking, and like you just keep like.
Are you actually yelling this?
Yes, she is.
I'm gonna try and hide behind a kid that's shorter than I am.
Give me a stealth check.
That's a nat 20.
All right, so
Must have been a cat.
here, let me roll a perception though. I highly doubt. Yeah.
That's a nat 20. Yes.
Okay, so just as like the high elf looks over, you duck behind like this small 3-year-old child that's human, and like you just like kind of ball yourself up somehow.
The child's obese.
Yeah. And the high elf just kind of looks around.
Tall.
Did you hear that?
You said half, not high elf.
High elf. All right. The high elf looks around. Did you hear that?
So, can we...
Now he's British.
What do I roll to see if Misha recognized the voice yelling, sneaking?
Honestly, I think you just know.
I just know. Okay, I spent like at least 4 months with this person, and now it's Liliana. Misha gives no reaction, looks around, and he's like, "Well, I think there was a cat over there."
Quite. And he goes back to talking.
Yes!
That was the most amazing recovery ever.
Nat 20! Okay. So, am I close enough to hear the conversation now?
Yeah, I'd say so. So, Misha, you guys have been talking about Delsinger, Mount Heindel, possible instrument. And the conversation somehow got to the leader of the Children of D. The Summoner has been in contact with our god for some time now. And he shares his knowledge with us, all the children. The Children of D then carry out our god's wishes and words in hopes that someday soon our utopia will be made.
Have you met this summoner before in person?
Indeed.
May I ask what he looks like? Matthias-like, perhaps?
Okay,
You see, we haven't actually met him
I
before.
don't think we have a description of Matthias.
Yeah, we do.
A while ago.
yeah,
Yeah,
a while ago.
it's been a
I
while.
can't remember.
Yeah.
Anyways. No. I started off wrong. I was thinking of Matthias, but it's not Matthias, okay? Jeez, calm.
It's the same cult. Whoa!
The Summoner is an elf, just like you and me. He too is a high elf. I don't really know why you'd want to know his information.
I almost wonder if I've met him before.
Well, he always carries around the Book of Delsinger, which is one of the 8 instruments, if I remember correctly, 8 instruments of beginning.
Would it be the book that one of the brothers touched in the Tale of Two Brothers?
Indeed it is. That is the original book from the Tale of Two Brothers. Now, I'm afraid we'll have to cut our conversation short. If you can find a guide that'll take you up to Mount Heindel, meet me back here in 3 days' time. Or, I guess, I'll just see you back at headquarters. And with that, the high elf smiles and walks away.
Lily comes out of hiding. Behind this little kid, kind of pats him on the head.
Thanks, bud.